Hello friends, in this lesson we're going to be discussing sequence and series, but we'll be focusing on arithmetic progression. But before we go into calculations on arithmetic progression, let's understand what sequence and series mean. Alright, so suppose you have these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Now, because these numbers are presented one after the other in an orderly manner, we refer to this set as sequence. So sequence are numbers that appear in an orderly manner. For example, 2 minus 1 is 1, 3 minus 2 is 1, 4 minus 3 is 1, and so on. So these numbers are presented in an orderly manner. Another example is the set of these numbers 5, 10, 15, 20, and so on. So 5 plus 5 will give you 10, 10 plus 5 is 15, 15 plus 5 is 20. The same thing is here, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 1 is 4, and so on. So because these numbers are arranged in an orderly manner, they are referred to as sequence. Now, how about series? Series is the summation of terms of a sequence. For example, the series equivalent of these above sequences are for this one. That's the first example. We have 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 and so on. Now, for the series equivalent of this second example, is going to be 5 plus 10 plus 15 plus 20 and so on. So this is just simply what series mean. The summation of the terms of a sequence is what is referred to as series. Now, with this knowledge, let's go into arithmetic progression. Let's define it and know what it is. Now, suppose you have these numbers 12, 19, 26, 33, and so on. Then we observe that 12 is the first term, right? Let me write it as first term here is 12. Now, we also observe that 19 is the second term. Now, how do we get 19 plus 12? If you add 7 to 12, you get 19. So, this 19 is gotten by 12 plus 7. Now, from this sequence, we observe that the third term here is equals to 26. Now, how do we get this 26? This 26 is gotten by this 19, then plus 7. 19 plus 7 is 26. How about 33? 33 is the first term. How do we get 33? From this. Now, 33 is equals to 26 plus 7. Now, did you notice anything here? We got 19 by adding 12 plus 7. Alright. Then we got 26 by adding 19 plus 7. We also got 36 by adding 26 plus 7. Now, did you notice the pattern? With this, let's define AP. Now, APs or linear sequence are sequence that follows simple addition rule, or sequence in which each term is gotten by the addition of a common difference to the preceding one. It says the sequence in which each term is gotten by addition of a common difference to the preceding one. How did we get this 36? We added 7 to the preceding 26, preceding one which is 26, right? How did we get this 26? We added 7 to the preceding number which is 19. And how did we get this 19? We added 7 to the preceding number which is 12. So this is what AP is all about. Let's discuss the nth term of an AP. Also with this example, let me not wipe it. So we agree that this 12 here is the first term of this AP. And then this first term is denoted by an alphabet A. Now this second term, which is 19, is denoted by A plus the common difference, which is 7, right? Common difference is denoted as D. Now, how did you get this 26? Now, notice that 26, we got it by adding 7 to 19. But we can also link this 26 to 12 instead of 19, right? So, we got 26 by, I can write it as A plus 2D, right? 12 plus 14 is equals to 26. 12 plus this 7 plus this 7 is equals to 26. So we want to have only A and D in the expression for all the terms in this AP. Now, how did you get this 36? We got it 36 by adding 3D to A. A is 12. 12 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 is 36. And 7 plus 7 plus 7 is the same thing as 3 multiplied by 7. And what is this 7? This 7 is the common difference. So this is 3 multiplied by D, which is this 3D I have here. So 12 plus 3 times 7 is equals to 36. So I hope you're understanding it. Now, we have that the first term here is equals to 12, alright? The second term here is equals to this A plus, is equals to A plus D. So this is A plus D. But then something is missing here. How do we account for these two here, right? How do we account for these two? Remember, I can write this as this one here multiplied by 12 is equals to 12. Now, how do we account for these two here? So we can account for these two by just writing 2 minus 1, because 2 minus 1 is equals to 1. A plus D times 1 is the same thing as A plus D. So the second term of an AP is denoted by this expression or equation, A plus D into 2 minus 1, which is also equals to A plus D. So this is the second term. Now, how about the third term of an AP? So it is equals to A plus D multiplied by, just like as we accounted for this 2 by writing 2 minus 1, we also account for this 3 by writing 3 minus 1 by subtracting 1 from 3. Alright, so third term is A plus D into 3 minus 1, which is equals to A plus 3 minus 1 is what? Is equals to 2D, which is what I have here as my third term. So how about the fourth term? Is equals to A plus D into 4 minus 1, alright, which is also equals to A plus 3D, like what I have here. So these are how to write terms of an AP in an equation form, nth term of an AP in an equation form. Now, the main formula for the nth term of an AP is nth term is equals to the first term, like I'm following these equations are formed, the first term plus the common difference into, remember, these 3, 4, and 2 represented these terms here, this nth term here, Tn, right? It represented these terms here. So that is what I'm going to write here, n, which is this n here, then minus 1. Alright, so this formula here, or rather this equation here, formula is the equation for the nth term of an AP. Now, suppose we are given the first term of an AP, the common difference, and you ask to find the fourth term of that AP. You can simply write that the fourth term is equals to, now the A you are given, which is, let's assume that A is equals to 2, plus the common difference is 3, then multiply by the fourth term, 4 minus 1. So this is equals to 2 plus 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9, which is equals to 11. So that's how to make use of this formula. Now let's dive into calculations. Let's solve this first question. Find the fourth term of an AP whose first term is 2 and the common difference is 0.5. So we're going to write solution So we have to find the fourth term. So n is equals to 4. And then we are told that the first term of that AP is equals to 2. So A is equals to 2. And the common difference is 0.5. So D is equals to 0.5. Let's state our formula. The nth term of an AP is equals to the first term plus common difference multiplied by the number of terms minus 1. So we have that the fourth term, which is t sub 4, is equals to A is 2 plus the common difference 0.5 multiplied by the number of terms, which is equals to 4 minus 1. So this is equals to 2 plus 0.5 multiplied by 4 minus 1 is 3. So this is equals to 2 plus, now 0.5 multiplied by 3 is the same thing as 1 over 2 multiplied by 3. Right? 1 over 2 times 3 is 3 over 2. 3 divided by 2 is 1.5. So 2 plus 1.5 is equal to 3.5. And so this is the answer to this question. We have that the fourth term of this AP is equals to 3.5. Let's solve the second question. Find the ninth term of the arithmetic progression 18, 12, 6, 0 and negative 6. So we write solution. So we have to find the ninth term. So n is equals to 9. Here we have 18, 12, 6, 0 and negative 6. Now 18 here is our first term, right? So the first term of this AP is equals to 18. Now what is the common difference? Just like I explained earlier, common difference here is equals to 12 minus 18. So 12 minus 18 is equals to minus 6. Another way to find the common difference is 6 minus 12. 6 minus 12 is equals to also minus 6. So that's how we find the common difference. So you have that common difference is equals to minus 6. Now to the formula for the number of terms of an AP. We have A plus D multiplied by number of terms minus 1. So we have to find the ninth term, and this is equals to, the first term here is 18 plus the common difference is minus 6. Then you have 9 minus 1. So this is equals to 18 plus minus is minus 6. 9 minus 1 is 8. So this is equals to 18 minus 6 times 8 is equals to 48. And then 18 minus 48 is equals to minus 30. So we have that the ninth term of this AP is equals to minus 30. And then this is the answer to this question. Question number 3. The question reads, the sum of the second and fifth term of an arithmetic progression AP is 42. So the second term of an AP is equals to A plus D, alright, like I explained earlier. Then he said the sum, that is plus the fifth term, which is equals to A plus 4D, is equals to 42, alright. If the difference between the sixth and the third term is 12, now this is equation 1. What is the sixth term? The sixth term is denoted by A plus 5D. Remember, sixth term, 5, we have 5 here, so 6 minus 1 is 5. Then minus the third term, which is A plus 2D. They say that the difference is equals to 12. Then we have to find the common difference, which is D. You will find the first term, which is A, and then the 20th term. So let's simplify this. For equation number 1, we are going to have A plus D plus A plus 4D equals to 42. Now A plus A is equals to 2A plus D plus 4D is equals to 5D. This is equals to 42. Now let's call this equation I. So for this second one, we have a plus 5d minus, now minus times a is equals to minus a, then minus times plus 2d is equals to minus 2d. This is equals to 12. So a minus a is equals to 0. We'll be left with 5d minus 2d, which is equals to 12. 5d minus 2d is equals to 3d. Then you have that 3d is equals to 12. Let's divide both sides by 3. We have that d is equals to 3 divided by 3 is 1. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So we have that d is equals to 4. So common difference here is equals to 4. So having found the common difference, the next thing we're going to find is a. Well, we can use this equation I to find the value of a, right? So let's do it. So we have 2a plus 5 multiplied by the common difference is 4 is equals to 42. So we have 2a plus 5 times 4 is 20 is equals to 42. So you have 2a is equals to 42 minus 20 is equals to 22. So let's divide both sides by 2. This and this will cancel. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 22 divided by 2 is 11. So you have that a is equals to 11. That's the first term of this AP is equals to 11. A is equals to 11. Now let's go ahead and find the 20th term of that AP. So the formula for the nth term of an AP is equals to a plus d multiplied by n minus 1. So we have that the 20th term is equals to the first term, which is a here, is equals to 11 plus the common difference is 4, then multiplied by 20 minus 1. So we have 11 plus 4 multiplied by 20 minus 1 is equals to 19. So we have 11 plus 4 times 19 is equals to 76. Then 11 plus 76 is equals to 87. And so this is the answer to this question. Given that 443 is the nth term of the arithmetic progression 5 plus 8 plus 11 plus and so on, find the n. So we write solution. Now the formula for number of terms in an AP as usual is a plus d multiplied by n minus 1. So this Tn is what we are given to be 443. So we have 443 is equals to a here is 5. A is equals to 5, and then the common difference is equals to 8 minus 5, which is equals to 3. You also know that 11 minus 8 is also equals to 3. So let's substitute them to this equation. A is equals to 5 plus d is 3 n minus 1. So we have 443 is equals to 5 plus 3 times n is 3n. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. So we have 443 is equals to 5 minus 3 is equals to 2 plus 3n. Then let's subtract 2 from both sides. We have 443 minus 2 is equals to 441. Then this is equals to 3n. Let's divide both sides by 3. This and this will cancel. We have that n is equals to 441 divided by 3 is equals to 147. And so this is the answer to this question. So 147 is option B. Question number 5. If the 9th term of an AP is 5 times the 5th term, find the relationship between A and D. So we have solution. This one is pretty simple. If the 9th term of an AP is 5 times the 5th term, first of all, the 9th term of an AP is given by A plus 8D. And then the 5th term is given by A plus 4d. So we are told that if the 9th term of an AP is 5 times the 5th term, so we have the 9th term is equals to 5 multiplied by the 5th term. So this is going to be a plus 8d is equals to 5 multiplied by a plus 4d. So we have to find the relationship between a and d. So we have that a plus 8d is equals to 5 times a is 5a plus 5 times 4d is 20d. So we have a, let's collect like times, a minus 5a, then plus 8d minus 20d. This is equals to 0. A minus 5a is equals to minus 4a, then 8d minus 20d, 8 minus 20 is equals to minus 12. We have d, then equals to 0. So we can divide both sides by 4, right? So that this and this will cancel, we'll be left with minus a minus 12 divided by 4 is 3d equals to 0. Now let's multiply everything here by minus 1. Minus 1 times minus a is equals to a. Minus 1 times minus 3d is equals to plus 3d. Minus 1 times 0 is equals to 0. So the relationship between a and d, the first term and the common difference, is equals to a plus 3d equals to 0. And that is option number D here. So this is the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to this channel, like this video, share with your friends, and drop your comments. Enjoy the rest of your day.